Hello and welcome back to FIFA 15 then and now. As you guys requested, we are today going to be going through the BPL team of the season. We've got the 11 players with the actually interesting old cards. So we've omitted people like Aguero, whose old cards are they're just Aguero. They're just good because it's just Aguero and he's always been good on FIFA. So we're not looking at him because it's not really very much interesting. And instead we're going to be taking a look at these guys who have got the most interesting, oldest cards on FIFA 15. If you guys enjoy it and we have got a new team of the season coming out and you want to see it with that team of the season as well and loads of other stuff, smash a like on this video. If we get 5,000 in the first 2 hours, I will once again bring you guys another then and now. But let's get in and start looking at these guys. And you can see I've got basically a whole team of the season team. Not all of them actually bought, some of them concepts, but it really doesn't matter. If you want to go and get yourself any coins to buy them, there's a link down in the description to IG Sky. With AJ3, we'll get you 8% off, and they are nice and cheap. The cheapest place around for team of the season coins, which are quite expensive anyway, but them guys are nice and cheap, so go and check them out. But let's get into this video, and first off, of course, start looking at David De Gea. This guy, as you can see on his team of the season card, has got 96 diving, 97 reflexes, 88 positioning, 18. I mean, he's just ridiculous. His stats are insane. He's actually not a very good goalkeeper at all. I wouldn't recommend going and getting the team of the season De Gea. This is on my Xbox. I have got him on my PlayStation. He's just not very good. He's not 92 rated at all. His normal cards is probably better than him, and the purple and the orange Joe Hart are better even still. So go for Hart, don't go for De Gea. If we take a look at his old card, he's probably the most boring one in this whole team, but that's just because him and Adrian, the two goalkeepers from this, both of their cards are just pretty standard. 78 rated, Atletico Madrid, nothing particularly special about him. That is just his first card in FIFA. Up first at centre-back then, we have got Jose Fonte, of course, playing for Southampton now. Had an absolutely blinder of a season. Pretty decent cards. He's got 87 defending and 86 physical, which is good, but the 66 pace kind of lets him down. If we take it back all the way back to FIFA 10, he used to be playing for Crystal Palace. 70 pace he's actually got on that one, but he's 71 rated silver, so he's only got 71 defending and 74 heading. If you could merge the two cards and give his current team of the season 70 pace, that would be pretty bloody good, but unfortunately you can't, and both of these cards are probably not particularly good. I suppose that one for a silver card, 70 pace on a centre-back is really all that you need, and he's only going to be playing against other silvers. Next to him then, we have got AZPILICUETA, because John Terry is again just like the Agueros and stuff of the world. He's just always been good on FIFA, so we put AZPILICUETA at centre-back instead, even though he's a left-back, because the other guys, the other full-backs, they've all got pretty interesting first cards. Back in the day, AZP was a right-back silver playing for Marseille in FIFA 10 when he first came into this game. 85 pace, 80 dribbling, and actually almost the same as his 86 rated card now. He's got better dribbling. Shooting isn't up there and his passing is a little bit lower, but the big difference is that 77 defending and 70 heading instead of 88 and 83. Although again, still does look like a pretty decent silver. Left back, we have got BERTRAND, who I'm surprised didn't actually get an upgrade when the January upgrades came out on this game, but he didn't, meaning that his team of the season is indeed a silver, and is actually one card rating higher than what his original card in FIFA was, because this guy used to be a bronze. Playing for Reading in FIFA 10, he was 63 rated, 74 pace, 57 dribbling, 54 passing, and 59 defending. He looks awful. He doesn't even look good for a bronze. Like, they are terrible, terrible stats. You would expect 60s and maybe the odd 70 on a decent level bronze card, and he's the only thing he's got in the 70s. The only thing he's got above 50 odd is his pace, which is just not very good at all. Whereas when you compare his silver card now, he's basically got the stats of a gold, and it looks absolutely insane. On the opposite side then, we have got Untitled CLYNE, who actually got that upgrade in January, meaning his team of the season is gold, and oh my god, is it ridiculous. He's like team of the season Kyle Walker is essentially what this card is. 91 pace, 80 dribbling, 70 passing, 83, 82. He is so good, and he's not too different to his silver card. He's basically, though, just had all of his stats bumped up about 10. So he's different in that his stats are ridiculously better, but he's not different as in like his playstyle and everything has changed. He's basically just become a team of the season card. So they've whacked all of his stats up loads. If you guys get what I mean, he's still just as balanced with his pace and his dribbling and his shooting and all stuff like that. All of the stats are just a lot better. Centre defensive mid then, we have got Nemanja Matic. I have actually got this team of the season card. I'm not really sure whether I like it or not. He's a bit dodgy. He's actually really good at defending and stuff like that, but he's really clunky, and even though he's got 80 dribbling, he turns like a bin lorry, so it's really hard to spin around to get, even though he's got 83 passing, it's really hard to spin around to get the passes off. So I'm not really sure how I feel about this guy, but he is a reasonably decent player, and he's got some absolutely insane stats. When he first came into FIFA, he was still at Chelsea. Of course, you guys know that he was at Chelsea, and then he got sold for David Luiz, and then they've brought him back now, and he's absolutely ridiculous. He was originally a 75 rated gold card, as you can see there. He then, the next FIFA, actually got downgraded because he didn't play for Chelsea, and they got rid of him, and he became a 70 rated one, which you can see there. It looks like a really, really good silver. Like I was saying about bronzes leading the odds 70 starter, this guy has got only just above the bronze, and he's got 70s basically across the board, pushing on towards 80 in some of his stats, and looks like a really good defensive centre midfield. Left mid, we have got Balassi, who I actually got in a pack, which was insane. He's a really, really good card on this game. All the way back in the day though, back in FIFA 12, so he hasn't been too long in this game. He's not as old as some of the other ones. He was playing for God knows even what that badge is. Is it Burnley? I probably should have looked this up before I started recording this video, but I didn't. He's down in the lower leagues. Like, he's playing in the Prem now, and he's ridiculously good. But back in FIFA 12, he was down in the lower leagues. Still looks like an okay card, to be honest. But again, like I was saying, 60s across the board for a silver, and some of them in the 50s. Probably not going to go anywhere near him. He's only just got 5-star skills in this FIFA as well, so he probably wasn't the best of cards at all. On the opposite side, we've got Santi Cazorla, and I think it's weird that I'm playing Cazorla as a right midfielder when he is in fact a centre mid and one of the best centre mids, centre attacking mids on this whole game. But that is because his old card, back when he played still in the Liga BBVA, was a right midfielder. 85 pace, 81 dribbling, 72 shooting, and 80 passing. He's a very good centre midfield stats, but he'd probably do an okay job for you on the wing because 85 pace isn't too bad, but as a cam, that would be ridiculous. He hasn't got the ludicrous stats that he's got now of the 96 dribbling and a 95 passing, but that is because he is 12 ratings lower. If we then move into centre attacking mid, we have got big Charlie Ostenu for 40k, and I think his price has actually gone down. That will do a job if you guys want to put a team of the season card in there. He'll get you a few goals. He's a nice link-up player. I put him in with Inform Walcott in the squad I was using, and he's a nice player just to knock the ball down, and Walcott will run on and get it. Back in the day, playing for Burnley, that is actually Burnley's badge that Charlie Austin used to play for. I think maybe that means Balassi is Bristol City, I think it might have been, but anyway, it doesn't really matter, you've seen his card. It is Charlie Austin, used to play for Burnley, of course, plays for QPR, but he's probably going to leave this season. I'd actually quite like to have him at Everton. He's a pretty decent striker, and he'd link up nicely with Lukaku. I think they're both quite big, but it'd give Lukaku the opportunity to run in behind rather than being a hold-up player that Austin could do. Back in the day, his card though was 68 rated non-rare silver, again in FIFA 12, so he's gone up 12 as well. 80 pace is exactly the same as what he's got now. 60 dribbling is 15 lower, and his shooting is 25 lower. Whether this would have been a very good card, I am not really too sure. I probably would have steered clear of it, but for a non-rare silver team, 80 pace is not too shabby. 65 shooting, no, I'm not really too sure. Maybe just run down the line and cross it in because he is 6'2". Diego Costa then, let's take a look at this guy. His card is actually very interesting for a much different reason. He's still gold, although he is only 75 rated, as you can see it there, but he's still a pretty decent player. The reason this guy is interesting is because his card is Brazilian. I'm sure you guys know that he changed from Brazilian to Spanish for the last World Cup. Oh, how I miss a decent Brazilian striker in FIFA. It is unreal, and this is the guy that you could have had, or this is the guy that we did have back in FIFA 10. 82 pace, 72 shooting, 73 dribbling. Diego Costa, so he's big, he's strong, and he would have been a very good Brazilian striker. And God, imagine Costa was actually Brazilian on this game. The only decent Brazilian strikers really we've got is Pele, and obviously not everyone can afford Pele, and if you're on PlayStation, you just can't even get Pele. So it is kind of annoying, and unfortunately we are just stuck with rubbish because Costa decided to be Spanish. Finishing off this team then, we have got big Harry Kane, rocking like a hurricane this guy is. FIFA 13 this time, coming into this game as a 67 rated striker playing for Norwich. You can't even recognise him from that picture. Like, if you showed me that and said, who is that? Only because I know that that's what Harry Kane used to look like on his Ultimate Team card is the only reason I can tell you that is Harry Kane. So, massive changes for this guy. 65 shooting, it's gone up to 92. Probably one of the biggest stat changes we have ever seen on a then and now. But that is where we're going to leave it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you want to see some more then and now, make sure you smash that like button. If we could get 5,000 in the first 2 hours, that would be insane. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys are still enjoying this series, and I will see you next time.